I'm just an idiot. Hello, welcome. Hello, other audience. Hope you're doing good. We have just begun. Yes. Yeah, I forgot to hit... Oh, I forgot to click go live on the other platform. My bad. But welcome in. Welcome. Yes. So, as I was saying, I use a channel called Chupico to figure out how to do live 2D separation tips for live 2D. How to make the different pieces for the PSD file or the Photoshop file. So, here's the channel that I use. There you go. That's the channel that I currently use for the separation guide because it's pretty easy to follow. There are plenty of other guides on YouTube nowadays about how to use Live 2D and how to construct models, but many of them are very experienced and they tend to gloss over certain details that they find to be redundant that we may have no idea about because we're still learning Live 2D. So this particular channel is really handy. And there was another channel that I used, I think I followed their Discord actually. Let me see. Yeah, it's been a while since I visited their Discord, but I did use it frequently when making my first Live 2D model. Get it as soon as I find it. Yep, Suvi. And, sorry. Syafire. S-Y-A-F-I-R-E. Syafire. Yeah, they have a really extensive Live 2D tutorial that I followed as well, and they have it as a playlist. And this one has a playlist as well. Chupico, they have a playlist too. But currently, I'm just using their first video to get a feel for how to separate the PSD file. So with that, let us go and continue our work. Right, so off stream, I did the head construction. So as you can see here, I did the eyes, as in, here, let me show you right here, with IL. I separate it as left eye, left arm, right arm, you know, so on and so forth. And this one, I have the top lash. Can't really see what's... Here we go. That's the top lid. Gone. Sorry about that. Then there's bottom lid, which is more like that. Shadow, which is inside the eye, which if I take that out, that's the shadow. And then the iris, take that out. Pupil, take that out. So yeah, just little things like that that have to be separated into multiple pieces in order to look functional, and in order to function right, I should say. Then there's the ears, which they're very simple. It's just one piece. The face, which is all that. Now, the reason why the mouth still has its skin around there is because it functions separately from the rest of the head. So, let me go into the mouth settings, if I can find them. Yeah, right here. Right, so in here, we have the top lip skin, which is all that orange. Then there's the actual top lip, which is a black line. Then there's the lip line, which is like the neutral position of the lips. Bottom lip skin, again, more of the orange to cover up those teeth when it's not being opened. Then, let's see. Turn off the face real quick. Turn off top lip skin. Turn off bottom lip skin. Yes. Then there's the tongue, take that out. Back row teeth, take that out. And then the mouth back. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into this. And then this whole area right here is a face shadow. I'm still not entirely sure what that is, but Chupico had it, or Chupico, they had it in their channel, so I made one just in case. Because it's better to have it, not need it, and then need it and not have it. So, anywho. With that said and done, now we can continue to the rest of the body. And as for the body, I mean like the literal body, because we do the clothes on top of it. So, let me go into the tutorial, fast forward a little, I did the ears. The hair is going to be interesting. I'm not entirely sure how to separate it beyond what I have back here. Let me show you. I have to turn off all of this, so one moment. Right, all that's turned off. Take this to 100. Right, so this is the plan that we currently have for the hair. We had the side floof and the main floof right here. That was pretty much it. That was the initial plan. Oh yeah, and the 2 back floofs here behind the neck. Now I'm not entirely sure if that's enough, because in this tutorial that I'm watching, they have many pieces separated. But again, it's a much more complex hairstyle that's very anime focused, so there's plenty of hair strands to animate. With mine, there's really only 3 that would possibly move. The side floof really wouldn't move because it's the widow's peak and basically the back hair that sticks to the skull, so it doesn't really move. Like, imagine that's been pomade, like lathered, and it just doesn't move. So yeah, I'm going to figure that out. But for now, let's get back to drawing the rest of this. The rest of the owl. Speaking of the owl, Dapper Owl, or like the little owl that's in the teapot, he'll still be around. He'll just be a nice resident of the cafe, rather than me being the VTuber owl, if that makes any sense. Excuse me. Also gonna sip some coffee real quick as I prepare for this goodness. Pardon me. Alright, so how I have my layout for the body is similar to Chipuko's channel, where they have, for the torso, or like the body, they have a shirt shadow, they have a collarbone, and a body. So those are 3 separate pieces. And the neck is just 2 pieces, being the neck itself and the shadow on top of the neck. So it's been interesting learning how to separate this. Because even though I made one before, and I tried to make another model for a friend, I was never really good at it. Like, it was kind of messy. Like, it got the job done. It moved, and it was, you know, very puppet-like, but it wasn't as clean as I wanted it to be. So this go-round, I want to make it as clean as I possibly can. So, it's gonna take a little time, but we got this. In other news, and speaking of coffee, I finally got a coffee logging journal. It's just a blank journal that I just want to write all my coffee recommendations, the coffees I've tasted, that I like, that I don't like. I'm talking about, like, roasters. The separate, coffee beans, and their different profiles and flavors and all that. I want to log it so that whenever I go back to it, I can be like, oh yeah, I like that coffee. I should buy some more. Or, oh yeah, don't buy that coffee. It's disgusting. Same with the coffee shops. I want to keep track of ones that I really enjoyed, and ones that I'd rather never go inside ever again. So yeah. And I also got some Stabilo mini pins. It was a set of 8 or 10. 10 colors, I think. And I really love the Stabilo pins for journaling, because I've been using them for my game journal, the video game journal. And it's really nice in there. And it flows nice, and I don't really have to worry about smearing, because it doesn't smear. And it's really great. I worry about the smearing because I want the journal to look nice, but also, I'm right-handed, but I write like I'm writing with my left hand, if that makes any sense. I think how I was taught how to write by my friends, they were left-handed, so like I just kind of followed them and kind of held my pencil as they did, and so despite me being right-handed, I write as if I'm left-handed, which is weird. But that's just me. So with that rabbit hole out of the way, let's see about drawing this body. Great, so torso we go. Actually, let's start with the neck. And if we want to see the neck that we're drawing, let me turn off this. Well, that's the hair shadow. Meant to show that off. Face skin, face shadow. Yeah, let's turn that off. Right, so the neck. The thing is, the neck will not be connected to the collarbone, as far as I can see. Like, it's just literally the neck. It's It's gonna look weird. It's just gonna be a little rectangle. But that's what it looks like. It's gonna be the shortest little thing. And the good thing is we can just use the mirror tool here. That's the great thing about live 2D models, is that you can just kind of use the mirror tool on several pieces, because it's front-facing. Your model is usually front-facing. You can do a 3/4 perspective, but that's really hard to do, and you have to like really be experienced with drawing, essentially. You have to be experienced with drawing, and not only that, but with live 2D and how it operates. Because you can make it look like a good drawing, but if you don't know how to code it into live 2D, it won't work. It just won't look right. So we're going to do front facing, and because of that, you can use the mirror tool on many of the aspects. So it's really handy. It's not cheating. I know there's a lot of people who are just like, oh, you shouldn't do that, that's cheating. It's just a tool, and that's it. There's no honor in doing it the hard way. If you can do it the easy way, and it looks great. Anywho. Right, there's the neck, and then we have to do the neck shadow, which I need to see the face on top of it. There we go. So the shadow will be the same color as this hair shadow. So we'll do the dropper tool, get that color. Yes, yes. And then how they have the hair shadow, they have it like this. Sorry, neck shadow. Which that looks nice. I think it has to be a little more. There we go. And let's turn off the face and draw it for the rest of it. There we go. So, there's the neck. Yippee. And then we do the collarbone. Well, actually, I'm looking at this tutorial, and the torso kind of includes the collarbone, but like the actual bones themselves, like the little lines that you usually draw right there, those are what the collarbones are, and they're separate. So the torso kind of has it like a blank doll body, and then the collarbone is kind of drawn on top of it. So we'll do it that way. Let me get a little sip of coffee real quick. Delicious. Delicious. Hope y'all had a good day so far. Today is Thursday. Yes, Thursday. Happy Thursday. Pardon me. Yeah, lately the days have been kind of blending together for me because it's been raining non-stop. So, I do enjoy the rain though. I really enjoy the rain, but seeing the sun every now and then is nice too because the plants need it. I have some ivy growing in my room, like intentionally, not it growing into my room or anything like that. It's in a nice potted plant, and it's been doing good. It's actually been doing much better than some of the potted plants I've had in the past, but I would like some sun for it because it's currently kind of light starved right now because it's right next to the window, but because there hasn't been any sun, it's been kind of dependent on a lamp that I have next to it. So that's interesting. Whee! Alright, sorry about that. Now, back to the stream. I do remember sketching out this body. I don't think I have it on that image that I have, but I do remember sketching it. Okay. Another thing with the body, apparently there is a shirt shadow, which is separate from the neck shadow. The shirt shadow is just kind of directly underneath the shirt, so that if you happen to look up or look down, a certain shadow would appear from underneath the shirt. So I'm gonna keep that in mind as I doodle. Alright, so the torso basically goes from the waist to the chest and shoulders. So let's get that doodled real quick. And again, use the mirror tool. I keep calling the ruler a mirror tool, but it mirrors each side. So you get what I'm saying. There we go. Let's see. Again, it's very similar to a doll, so it may not look precise, but it works. Alright, so there's something exposed here, as in it's not connected somewhere. Because it should be connected right there. Oh, I see. The neck.
Your attention, please.
Hello! Hello, Scotch VA. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Hello, hello, hello. Safi Solar. Who's that? Hello. That's not you. Well, welcome in. Safi Solar. Welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Scotch VA. Hello, hello, hello. I am currently working on my live 2D model. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy. It's gonna be a pretty... Oh, hello. Safi Solar. Hello, I'm your friend Scotch. Hello. I'm sorry, I thought that he was following, and I was like, oh, that's the wrong name. Well, welcome in. I am happy you're here. Safi Solar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's that Twitch badge? Let me see. Let me hover over that real quick. Twitch Recap 2023. Wow. It's been a while, huh? Welcome in. I am Dapper Tattoo. I am running a cafe. I'm a Dapper Lynx. And I'm redoing my channel to make that theme more evident. Because I do like what the theme is now, I want it to be more concise. I want it to be a bit more clear. So with that, I'm going to do a new live 2D model, which I'm working on now. Then I'll do some different cafe backgrounds, try to figure out what I like. And yeah, basically kind of do a new, not a grand reopening, but basically a grand reopening. Hope you enjoy your time here in the cafe. And let's a doodle. Right, so right now I am completing the body underneath the shirt. Now, since this is not going to appear on stream, this is mainly just a body underneath the clothes. I don't have to be too precise with anything, like no body markings or, anything like that. It's just a body underneath the shirt, which I don't intend to, take off once I put the shirt on. So, yes. Let's make sure all the lines are good. Yippee. Then I gotta do a collarbone, which again, I'm not going to be too precise with. But I'm going to use a mirror tool. There we go. And the collarbone should be... I'm not sure I'll do it in black. I think I'll do it in the same color as this. Yeah, like that. Alright, now that's done. Oh, I see. I can't do it in that color because that'll be the color of the shadow, and then it'll blend together. So, I'm gonna have to do it as a darker color. Like that. Then, I do the shadow, which will be the shirt shadow. Which I'll also use the mirror tool again because we're front facing. There we go. And from the shirt shadow, I'd have to draw the shirt first to see where that falls. Let me turn off the torso real quick. So the shirt would be right here. So with that in mind, let's turn the opacity down so I can kind of doodle it by eye. Okay. So it would be like that. Okay, that works. And it doesn't have to be too far down. Basically just gotta go like that. That should work. And then there we go. Hope y'all doing good. Happy Thursday. Let's see, that should be good for the shirt shadow. Bring the neck back in. There we go. Make sure this is at 100%. Good. What was I hiding? Oh yeah, this. I still don't really know what this is for. It was called, I think, the face shadow or hair shadow. I think it was called face shadow. And the tutorial that I'm following had it all around, but I don't think I really need it. So it's going to be there, but I'm not sure if I'll keep it. So that's why I have it turned off for now. So, yep, turn that off. That and it'll help me see like the rest of this as I continue. Right, next we do, let's see, now that the collar, the neck, and the torso are done. Let's move on to the arms. Okay. And the tutorial that I'm following by Chupuko, they have it as a forearm, bicep, and then they separate it into 4 fingers. Because how they have it, the thumb and the pointer finger, they kind of connect as like a U shape. So with that, they have 3 other fingers next to that. So they just call it 4 fingers. My model is just going to be like Animal Crossing paws. So there's no fingers. It's basically just a palm, and that's it. So it's not going to be as complex as that. Because, yeah, I don't really intend to do, like, pointing or anything. But I could. That's the thing. Like, if I really wanted to, I could animate it like this. But I'm not trying to animate, me, like, pointing at something, because that's also a lot. It'd be similar to how you model the VR chat models. How you do, like, the different animations for pointing, different animation for, you know, punch, that sort of stuff. So I'm not trying to go too in-depth with this. Anywho. On to Arm L. Also, a benefit of doing a front-facing live 2D model is that you can do one side of the VTuber. Like, you can do the left arm, and then you just copy and paste, and then flip it, and that's your right arm. You don't have to, like, redraw the arm. You just have to do it once, and then flip it. And that's it. So, that's what we'll do today. So, for starters, we will do the bicep. So the bicep will go to about here. We could attempt to do a mirror tool here. We don't need to, but we could attempt to. Yeah, we do it at a diagonal, like that. So let's see what that looks like. See? That looks pretty nice. And that's pretty much as far as the bicep goes. It'll be like that. And we could do like a little arm crease. Let me turn off the torso real quick. Fill that in. There we go. Did you stream today, Scotch VA? Or Safi Solar? Did either of you stream? Turn the torso back on. Okay. Yeah, the thing we have to keep in mind is with the torso. Let me go back to the torso. I want it to look clean, line work wise. Like as if they're connected. There we go. That works. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, back to the bicep. Let's do a little, like, elbow crease. We'll have that as this cup, I think. Let's see, Scotch VA, I have not streamed today. I have some work to do here in a bit. Planning to possibly tomorrow. Ah, okay. Nice. Safi Solar, I have not streamed in a long time. Currently working on an entire revamp where Solar, my current PNG tuber, will be retired. Aw. Yeah, I feel you there. Definitely doing a revamp myself. It's not too much of a revamp and more like a spring cleaning, I think. Because it's still gonna be a cafe, I'm still gonna be Dapper Lynx, but instead of being a shapeshifter who changes my model every day, because I was indecisive, instead I'm just gonna simply be a Lynx who runs a cafe. End of story, that is me. Wait, so... elbow crease. I mean, that's pretty much it, it's just a line. Nothing too in-depth here. I mean, it could be more like a shadow, but... like that. That kind of works better, I think. because, well, I'm looking at mine for reference, like my actual arm. It's basically lines. It's kind of shadowy, but it is like a very visible crease. So, oh, thank you, bot, for deleting a bot. Ha 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 ha. I have duped you, Mr. Robot. Be slain. Let's see, my name at some point, I'll be changing my name to be Taro. Or Taro. Nice. With something else something else in it. Haven't figured out the name fully. Well, that's cool. I like that name. Taro. It's a really nice name. I like Solar as well, or Solar, because I tend to like the stars. Not really like reading them or anything, I just happen to like constellations a lot. So, yeah. Must have been one of those, go here for X views. Lol. I get those a lot. Me too. I definitely get a lot of those. I mean, that's why I have a bot to ban them as soon as they say anything. Because it was pretty rampant at one point. It'd be it'd be depressing because I'd be doing stream and I thought someone chatted, but nope, it was just a bot going, "You want to be famous?" No, I don't want to be famous. I want to be alone. I want real people. So anyway, forearm. That's right, gotta draw the forearm. Good thing is we can use the mirror tool once more. Wrong color. Yeah, how I have the forearm in the doodle, it's very like straight and cartoonish. So I'm wondering if I should make it a little more realistic where it's kind of puffed out a little bit. Like this. I mean, it kind of works, doesn't it? Makes it more like a toy, I think. Which is kind of what I'm going for. A little bit. I don't mind it. Nice. Alright, then we do the skin color here. Fur color, I should say. Have my links. Also, another thing. In Live 2D, this will all be organized so that the layers will be right on top of each other and in like the correct format. As it stands right now, it may be a little weird, not look right. So it's going to be a little different trying to put us all together. Like this may not look right, but then it looks right elsewhere. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out myself. Or I could do something sneaky like that and do like the same tool on top so that that shadow is always there. No matter if it's, no matter if this part here is above or below this part. So yeah, gonna be a little sneaky there. Actually, we need to fill that in. Go. We'll fill that in. Yep. There we go. That should work. And then the paw. It'll literally just be a paw. How would the symmetry tool look with this? I've never actually tried doing it with a circle. Not bad. And then, let's see, how many paws do I have? Like, that doesn't look right. Basically, I'd have to turn off the symmetry tool for that part. Oh, I could do it like that. Nah, that doesn't look right either. The thing with the symmetry tool is that, as far as I have the settings, you can't erase with symmetry as well. So it's like you have to draw it with symmetry, but then you erase it with no symmetry. So it's a little odd to work with. But also handy because you could do little fixes like that. Then let me get rid of the symmetry tool. There we go. Let me fill it in. Fill it in with the right color. Pumpkin cider plays. I think there is a setting you can tick on. My CSP lets me erase with symmetry. Ah, yeah, I have a feeling I have it turned off somewhere. But I do find it handy though to erase without the symmetry, because it may be that the symmetry is right for one section, but is not really good for another section. So I could just erase that one section that I don't like. But thank you. Also, welcome in, Pumpkin Cider Plays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fun time here, or a nice chill time. I know I'm not too engaging. It's not really competitive gameplay going on here. I'm just doodling. But welcome in. Welcome, welcome. And thanks for that tip, by the way. Let's see. Cleaning that up a little bit. And then how I have the doodle here, let me turn it off. How I have the doodle, it's just two lines here. I was kind of going for like an Animal Crossing look, because it's based on this fan art over here by Spunky Raccoon. Let me turn that opacity up. There we go. Yeah, Spunky Raccoon doodled this for me as a nice gift, and I really enjoy the design. So I'm kind of like going for that kind of look. But like a little more refined than like a doodled Animal Crossing look. So just kind of feeling it out, I think, and learning Live 2D once more alongside this. So yeah. I wonder if that makes any sense. Having it just as 4 paws. Like 4 fingers, I should say. Maybe the line should be thicker so that's more cartoonish. I used to draw paws like this. Very like cartoonish, like swirly swirl. Like that. Gotta head out now. It was nice getting to see you stream. Was nice and chill. While it isn't a game, art is calming to watch. Have a good stream. Yeah. See you next time, Scotch VA. And thank you so much for following. Same for Safi Solar or Taro. Yeah, Safi Solar or Taro. And Pumpkin Cider Plays. Thank you so much for joining. Now let's try to figure out what to do with this paw, because even though in the sketch, the Animal Crossing kind of ball look looks nice, sketching it like this, I'm not entirely sure about the design now. Let's see, I'm vibing and watching. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I kind of like this look a little more. Because it's cartoony. So let me try that. Like undo all that. I need to have a little pen button do that for me. There we go. Nope. Let's get rid of the symmetry bar. There we go. That didn't work. Hold on. Trying to rough sketch this. Now it's looking a bit Peanuts, isn't it? Like a Snoopy. It's like kind of like that baseball mitt of a hand. I mean, it kind of matches what I'm doing with my PNG tuber. How his hands are. So, honestly, that kind of works, I think. Certainly make holding a coffee cup easier compared to just a ball for a hand. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. There we go. Though now it kind of looks like his palms are kind of front-facing, like the palm is facing you. Which is kind of awkward, isn't it? Unless I do something cute like this. It's like he's constantly wanting to give you a hug. Maybe not, because he'd basically be T-posing like the entire time. It would kind of look weird, I think. So, no cute paws. Not today. What I could try to do is emulate what Chupuko is doing with her hand. It's kind of like outstretched, but the palm is facing downward. So it's kind of like she's making, like, how do I describe this shape? It's like, use your whole hand to make an L, and then turn it downward, so that your palm is facing the ground. That's kind of what it looks like she's doing with her hands. So, we could try that look with the paws. To where the thumb is one part of the L, and the rest of the fingers are the rest of it. So, let's see how that looks. Then the paws would look something like this. It would kind of look like that. I could shrink the thumb. That's not bad. I think that kind of works with the cartoony vibe I'm going for. I think that works. I could do like a little under paw thing as well, like the paw pads. I could do that. No, it doesn't quite work in this instance. Because they're all facing downward. Does that make sense? Okay. Sorry for zoning out a bit. I kind of got in the zone here, trying to figure this out. I think that should be enough. There we go. I think it should be enough. I say as I keep touching up on it. Okay, that should be enough. There we go. Right, let's see. Now that the left arm is done, we do a nice little copy paste though. Call it arm R. And then flip it. And then move it. Oh, so gently. Save. And there we go. Now that's how that looks. I'd say we're doing pretty good. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Now we got that done. Maybe legs next? Yes. Yeah, I'm following a tutorial, so I'm kind of going through all these different things down here. Trying to figure out what I need to do. Okay, now we draw the thigh, which is not going to be that long. Let's face it, it's just going to be like a little nub. That's going to be adorable. I thought I called thigh adorable, but here we are. Welcome to the Dapper Tattoo stream. So let's see. Next coffee. Go. Again, Symmetry Tool is your friend. There we go. So there's the thigh. Now we draw the calf. Yeah, the calf I probably shouldn't use the symmetry tool because one side is flatter and the other side is more rounded. So I'll do that. Like that. Oopsies. Here we go. Yeah, honestly, that works. Let's see. We could do a little shadow. Turn off the symmetry tool. Oh, I see. There we go. Hello, Mary the Emu! Welcome in! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good time. I am Dapper Tattoo, and I am working on my live 2D model. Hello! Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Right, so we have the thigh, the calf, thigh, calf, and now we're gonna work on the foot. The foot, I'm gonna do like very simple Animal Crossing, like circle, I think. Because we did pause here, that we originally wanted to do like Animal Crossing, circles, but we didn't, because it didn't look quite right. But as for the feet, I think it'll be okay. But welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I actually like how that looks. Wow. Let's see. Turn off the calf real quick. There we go. And then fill in the foot. Like so. Hope you're having a good Thursday. We have started the stream about an hour ago. Just about. So this has actually been quite productive, because before we just had the head. That was it. So now we have a whole body. So, quite exciting. In case you don't know the mission, I'm trying to make a new live 2D model for myself. And I wanted to do a little bit, some on stream and some off stream, because there are going to be some segments that are a bit boring to watch. But this has been nice and cozy, so thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'm debating if we should keep the feet like this, because now that we have more realistic-ish paws, it looks a bit off. Even though it looks really cute in this doodle over here, for a live 2D model, it kind of looks a bit awkward, I think. So I may have to do a different sort of style for the foot. Because with my previous live 2D model, if I have it here... No, I don't. Right, let me bring in my old model real quick. Let's turn off the body real quick. Right, so let me bring in my old model. In here somewhere. Here we are. Alright, so that's what my model used to be. I'm still using it, like, more or less. But I'm definitely trying to do, like, a new style. This was my very first live 2D model that I made. And it works really good, but I really want to do kind of like a... Not necessarily a grand reopening, but just kind of like a revitalization of the channel. So I want, like, a new model. So... with a new style. So even though I really like this model, and it is my character, I'm trying to do something a bit different. So I'm showing this one because that's how I did the paws for this model. Where they're more like cat-ish paws for my hands, and very, like, cryptid looking feet. I don't know how to describe those. They're just they're almost like dog paws, a little bit. This is very interesting, because this is supposed to be a lynx. So, I'm wondering how I should do the feet for the new model. Because I'm not really trying to show them off. Obviously, I'm trying to just go, you know, chest up when I'm streaming. But they have to be there. Some kind of paw has to be there. So, working on that. What do lynx feet look like? Let me do a little Google search real quick. They are massive. Hold on. They're so puffy. Jeez. I'm looking at the comparison between the Canadian lynx forepaw and a bobcat, and it is completely different. My goodness, that's adorable, but oh no. Let me bring this in real quick. I gotta save the image real quick. Let's see, image. Save image. Yes, please. Alright, got the image. Downloads. Okay, so that's what I'm working with here. I am working with the absolute mitten of fur, and then the actual paw. Well, I'm glad my design isn't too far off, but my goodness, look at that. That is a that is a big old difference. Jeez. So what do I go with? That is insane. Alright, so that we have that in mind. Huh. That didn't help at all. Oh no. Heck, it could be like oof, 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 oof. Like it, like that's like a Freddy Fazbear foot. What? Maybe not that. That just looks weird. And I don't want to put like actual shoes on him. That's he would never wear those. So let's say that's the heel. I have no idea how to draw feet. Not for Lynx. What a conundrum. We could just put some massive, like, Kingdom Hearts shoes on him. No, we can't do that to him. He's like a hobbit. He never wears shoes. How am I gonna do this? That looks wretched. Oh no. Maybe we can do it like that? That kind of makes sense. That means that little paw would have to be on the calf then. Or we do it like that. That works. There we go. Kinda makes it look like a rabbit's foot almost. this be exposed like this? Now that little back paw thing looks a little weird, doesn't it? Because do cats have that little side paw, or am I confusing it for a dog paw again? That works better, I think. Excuse me. Sorry. I think that works better. So with that, let's do a nice save. Copy. Paste. Call this leg R. And then flip and move carefully. There we go. And there is Dapper Tattoo. For the most part, I still have to draw the clothes and the hair. But that's pretty much Dapper Tattoo. Very cute. His feet don't have claws. He doesn't need them. He only has the claws on his hands, so he can grab stuff, I guess. No clue. So let's see. Next up, in this tutorial, he doesn't have jewelry. But if I did do jewelry, they would have to be separate pieces as well. Separate layers. So let's see. Right, the clothes. Clothes, they're not too complex. I mean, they are. I'm looking at the tutorial. It can get pretty complex how many layers you have. But it's not too terrible. Right, let's see here. What we need to do. Thankfully, we could just use the mirror tool for most of this. Like the sleeves, I just need to draw one and then loop it over to the other. As for the top... yeah, because the shirt will be a separate thing. than the apron that's underneath it. So I have to keep that in mind. So that means this torso, I'm going to need to do it like that so I can see where the shirt should end. Same with the legs. And the arms, I'm going to need to do that too so that I can see the sleeves. There we go. All right, let me drink some coffee real quick. Yes. All right, nice coffee. Good. Yeah, with a lot of VTubers, their clothing can be really complex. I'm not trying to be complex here. I'm just wearing a shirt, some pants maybe, and an apron. That's pretty much it. The apron will have a bow in the back, as in like that's where you tie it. So you'll see that kind of dangling around. So that will be animated as its own layer. So that's pretty much the only complex thing that's happening with the clothes, is the little loops in the back moving. But other than that, it's pretty simple. So let's see what we need to draw first. The shirt top. Okay. I don't have a pen selected. There we go. Why is it that? I'm confused. Why is that not? It's black there, and it turns brown here. Is that because the torso is being weird? More than likely, it's because I have the shirt underneath the torso, like the folder. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Again, all this will be reorganized in Live 2D so that everything will be working properly. It's just drawing-wise, how the order of the folders is kind of messes with how it looks. So, gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, it's pretty much as far as the shirt goes. And I kind of have the shirt as a light green. Almost like a mint green. Make it kind of cute by doing little stripes. Who knew? Maybe we don't want to overcomplicate it, I think. Let's just do a plain shirt for now. See how that looks. Let's do a sleeve. One second.
Take the weight on my shoulders. I can feel the sky come down on me, and I can't hold it much longer. Gonna let go so I can be free. I take the weight on my shoulders. I take the weight on me. I take the weight on my shoulders. Take the weight on my shoulders. I can feel the sky come down on me, and I can't hold it much longer. Gonna let go so I can be free. I take the weight on my shoulders. I take the weight on me. I take the weight on my shoulders.
Hey, Mac. Sorry about that. Had to take care of some business. I have a dog with me, so trying to keep them under check. Alright, so let's get this shirt underway. I think there's supposed to be a line there. I think the sleeve needs to be a bit more straight. I like that. that works better. Excuse me. Pardon me. There we go. Right, so that's the left sleeve down. Call that one sleeve R. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Let's say the body of the shirt can be slightly wider, I think. Or can't someone only stretch out a certain section? There we go. There we go. Now that the shirt isn't so form-fitting to the actual body. Alright, so let's see. Now, what else we need to do is the apron shadow. The apron shadow will be a bit tough since we don't have the apron drawn yet, so we'll hold off on that for now. Now we can do... Got the legs, I need the uniform, which is this. Okay. Alright, so let's hide the torso a little more. There we go. Now the pants will just be pants. Like, I'm not gonna be too complex with it. You're basically gonna be hugging that. So... I hear some yard work going on outside, and I don't understand. Some people who do yard work in the rain, you're just making it astronomically harder on yourself. And you're probably not going to see the results because everything is wet. Everything you try to cut will not cut as well because it's wet. So just wait till it's dry. And I get it, some people are impatient because it's been raining for like a week. But come here. Okay, I think that should be good. Looks like the music stopped. My bad. I think it should be coming back soon. Yeah, there we go. Let's see how this looks when we do the copy paste. Because I see it looks a bit off. Move it there for now. Turn on the legs again. Yeah, I see. Alright, so I'm gonna have to draw some kind of... something like that. And then probably I don't need to go that in depth. Because again, this isn't supposed to show underneath the apron. But it's gonna be there just in case. Okay, so realistically, that's the top of the bottom of the shirt. Okay. So with that in mind, uniform, leg 1, leg R, Okie dokie. So we got the shirt, we got the pants. Now I need to draw the apron on top. It's gonna be a little difficult, I think. Kind of got low Pixar thighs going. Low Pixar mom hips. That's okay. Let's see. Make sure all is well in the world. There we go. Let's see. Arms can show. The legs can show. Okay. So now for the apron. So how I currently have it, apron buttons will be separate. Just slightly. Because they'll act like buckles almost. Right, so that's the left one. We'll copy and paste this. We'll do a nice flip. Sick flip, bruh. And slowly move it. Now we can draw the apron body. Oops, excuse me. Sorry about that. Now we can draw the apron body. do. Sorry, just checking on something. There we go. Yeah, this one we can use the mirror tool. There we go. Mirror tool activated. The thing is, the apron body will go further down than this. There we go. Yeah, that looks right. Then, yep, the shirt's underneath it still. There we go. I feel like the bottom of the apron can like flare out a little. Actually. Yeah, it'd be more like that. That's kind of cute. There we go. Now we need to do the bow loops in the back. And then I think we're pretty much done for today, because we've been working on this for about 2 hours or so now. So let's see. Now we need to do the apron bow. Back here. The thing is, the apron bow may be a separate thing entirely, not interacting with the actual apron, but being a piece of itself. So I may move these onto a separate folder. That way they could be behind the pants and behind everything else, and yet move freely on its own. So, I have to do that now then. Yeah, that way we can see what we're working with. There we go. How's it going, Rex? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am about 2 hours into this live 2D. I'll show you the finished product real quick. after I finish this bow. But welcome in. Welcome, welcome. There we are. Now we just flip it. Let's see. How's my favorite links doing? Also, you went live about 5 minutes after we raided over to my friend Koala Dough from Mysterio Bacon Subathon stream that ended. Wow. They had Subathon. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I tried to do the day stream earlier, but I woke up a bit late, so my bad. But this has actually been doing pretty good. I usually don't get to do day streams, so this was a nice change. But thanks for tuning in. Flip. Flip and then move. I think that's about as far as we move. Then we turn all this back on. Yeah. There we go. That's our boy. Let's see, 63 plus hours. Oh, jeez. Wow. That is a long subathon. My goodness. Did they take naps in between? Let's see, I'm used to you being a night owl and streaming late at night. Yeah, no. It's very different streaming during the day. But it's been nice. I really enjoy both, actually. I like doing day streams for drawing and night streams for gaming. But it's a nice mix, I think. Trying to get back into it. So let's see. Make sure I saved all this. There we go. Alright, so the last thing that we're working on. Here, let's get that to 100. The last thing that we need to do for the drawing phase is the hair. We'll worry about the live 2D components later. Because that's that's gonna be a bit much. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need to do the apron shadow. I couldn't do the apron shadow until we had an apron to work with. So let's turn that to about 30. Now let's do the apron shadow. The apron shadow is gonna be like directly underneath it. So it's not really going to show right now, but it will whenever I move around. There we go, mirror tool. Right, there we go. Again, the uniform shadow won't show underneath yet. It'll only be when I'm moving around, where like you can see like a shadow underneath it. So right now, it's pretty invisible, but we'll see it whenever I move around. Let's see. The last thing that we need to do for this avatar is make hair. And I have to go through this tutorial again to see how I should organize that. Because my hair is a bit different than how they have theirs presented. And again, in Live 2D, I would have to organize it differently.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I think I just have to call it bangs. And then I have to hide the mouth. Sorry, like the whole face, actually. So I can actually see. There we go. So let's see how I want to do this. Let's see. Be back later, Dapper. Gotta go back to Qualido stream. Oh, they're still streaming? Man, that's a long subathon. 63 plus hours. Oh, jeez. Well, wish them luck. Help them to stay awake. Enjoy. Yeah, I think we'll be done pretty soon. Cause, I'm still trying to figure this out. But I think we'll be done pretty soon. Yep. Enjoy Qualido. That sounds terrible. Koala dough. It's like cookie dough made of koala. Ugh. Let's see, I need to turn this up so I can get the color. There we go. There we go. I think that is pretty close to what I want. Kind of got like Timmy Turner hair going on now. It's not too bad. There we go. Now there's a few bangs left. There we go. These may have to be separate from the hair layer as well. There we go. Almost done. There we go. There's finished Dapper Tattoo. I'm actually quite happy with how this turned out. I'm wondering if I should do anything else with the eyes, or, Because in this doodle, we had a lot more markings on the fur. As in, like these yellow dots that I had, and like the little faux beard that we did. So I could do that on the face skin, I think. But because it's fur, it doesn't have to be very clean, you know? It could be one of the messy markers that I usually like to do, the messy pencils. So let's try that. That'll give it a little bit of texture too. A little bit of pizzazz. That's kind of cute, I think. Yeah. And the ears can have the markings too. Trying to do little hair tufts, but I think it's a bit. Right, with that, I think we're just about done. I'm gonna copy and paste this here to the other side, so that's more coherent. Accurate, I should say, on both sides. Alright, there we go. There is the completed Dapper Tattoo. Or Dapper Lynx. Yeah. His name is just Dapper Tattoo now. He is a Dapper Lynx, but his name is Dapper Tattoo. Yes, yes, yes. Yep, there we go. The finished model. For drawing, that is. Now, I just have to put it into... Excuse me. Now I have to put it into Live 2D as a PSD file. And from there, separate the pieces into their allotted sections, and then figure out the animations with bones and such. So yeah, it's gonna take a little while, but at least the drawing part is done. And I'm actually really happy with how it came out. I'm glad we got the markings in there, we got the paws looking a bit better, we got the feet looking kind of cute, kind of adorable, the pants, the apron, shirt, the hair, everything is looking pretty nice. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. But thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go and turn this into a PSD file and plug it into Live 2D to see what happens. But for now, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me go put us on this stream. Yeah. Because I do want to raid someone. Heck, maybe let's go raid Koalado. I haven't heard of them before, but Rex seems to enjoy them. So let's go see what they're about. Let's see, Koalado. 8 followers. It says they're offline. Let's see. No, they're not online. Maybe they meant someone else? Or maybe they're on YouTube. I don't know if I can stream through, raid someone through YouTube. I think I can. Share, add stream marker, create highlight video, end stream. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can raid someone through YouTube. Not entirely sure how to do that. I know some people do. Some YouTubers I've seen are able to kind of, I guess, project their streamers to someone. I think what they do is they plug in the YouTube link, the URL, into the chat, and they say, go there, go, go, go. So, let's try to raid someone else, then. Let's see who I'm following. That could use some love. How about Toffeenated? This seems like a really nice stream. Alright, so we will be raiding Toffeenated. Let's see, stream together, raid channel. I'm seeing a few other art streams, actually. Ooh. Coffee and webtoons. Ah, a fellow VTuber. Well, well. Alright, so I think instead we'll be raiding a new channel that I haven't heard before. They are also doing art, and they love coffee, so there we go. And they're a VTuber. So, we are going to be raiding I Am Royal Blue. Alright, so starting the raid... Uh-oh, we are unable to raid at this time. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, never mind about the raids, but check out I Am Royal Blue. Put that in there. There we go. I think it's because we're doing the multi-stream, but that's okay. But with that, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a really good day today. But with that, have a good day, a good night, a good whatever. Just make sure you have a good one. Bye-bye!